Regarding the value internet at Ripple, we're thinking about far more than just cross-border payments. It's similar to Amazon. With rare books in the early days, this market was a 10 trillion. We are at a watershed moment in history. As previously said, you are doing this for money. What email did for communication propelled the entire revolution forward. Got it? Trillions of funds are parked across the world. RP is Ripple has the potential to take over Swift one day. Welcome aboard. Overview. Back to script, let's jump into today's video right away. The UN has just released new information about Bitcoin, and this one will have you on the edge of your seats, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another video in which we will discuss the IMF Ripple and how Bitcoin is just not sustainable. Let that sink in for a moment. XRP is the end game, which is why it is the only crypto corporation in digital assets that has clarity on this planet. Why are only Ripple and XRP the only two have 100%? Regulatory clarity. I suppose you could also say Bitcoin. This video will open your eyes, and XRU is now worth 56 cents. It's going to make folks vomit after they viewed this video for years. Let's go right into it whenever we see 56 cents on the screen. The environmental impact of the Bitcoin. Mining around the world necessitates immediate action, which Ma agrees with. The UN and MCA are quietly collaborating with Ripple and XRP. China, the United States, Kazakhstan, and Russia are major contributors to the worldwide Bitcoin mining network's environmental footprint. This is a serious threat to these guys. The recent rapid surge in the price of Bitcoin and the subsequent. The global race for Bitcoin mining is transforming the cryptocurrency market into one of the world's most polluting sectors, even though our knowledge about the environmental footprints of mining Bitcoin is very limited, which is why the MEA rulebook, they are addressing environmental concerns surrounding crypto and firms being forced to disclose their energy consumption, as well as the impact of digital assets on the environment, and if it's too bad. I don't think you'll be included in that rulebook. Because it is neutral, the UN-registered Securities Exchange is creating carbon credit solutions on the XRP ledger. According to a press release from Zange, XRPL supports sustainable blockchain operations because it is one of the first significant carbon-neutral blockchains that support exchanging anti-carbon emission drives. Why do we have them? Christine Lagarde, CEO of Franklin Templeton, and JP Morgan's head of wholesale CBDCs are all stating this, and they all know Bitcoin is not the one. Listen, it's a long way from the Bitcoins we used. To speak of a year ago, averting this. A disastrous conclusion necessitates changing how we create, work, and live to transition to a carbon-free economy, but I believe Bitcoin and Ethereum have failed as payment methods. Bitcoin is the greatest distraction from the greatest disruption to financial services. They all know the agenda. They're all in on it. Same agenda, and Ripple fills it, which is why, in 2020, Ripple led the sustainability agenda to reach carbon neutrality by 2030. This is significant. It becomes even more significant as Ripple invests $100 million to scale and strengthen. Global. The carbon market uses blockchain and cryptocurrency to address quality and transparency, and it has been doing so since 2022. What do financial companies look for when researching a blockchain startup? How will they aid our agenda? And Ripple fills every single item. XRP was developed around the shortcomings of Bitcoin to begin with, which I believe everyone understands. XRP was created to compensate for Bitcoin's shortcomings. Originally built by some engineers who saw some of Bitcoin's problems and the challenges of scalability surrounding Bitcoin, and we're just going to scrape the surface a little bit with this video by Christina Gorva, the head of the IMF. Okay, replacing Christine Lawrence's discussion of interoperability, if we are to be successful, CBDCs cannot fragment national offers to have more efficient and fair transactions. We need systems. That is, we need interoperability. As a result, at the IMF, we are hard at work on the concept of a global CBDC platform to trade and manage risks, and my colleague, Tobias Adrian, will speak. More on that later, and run by a regulated private entity. People must awaken. Some of you may have heard of it. I've already played this video, but it relates to her video from today. Tobias Adrian was present at the May 2019 National Bank Conference, where BR Garlinghouse was also present. There were discussions on stablecoins. If you look at the worldwide monetary system, Ripple is transforming the way it's going to be. Ripple has a big say in it, which is why they met with MAA. This is from 2019, so let's move to March. Trust bridges and money flows by yours truly, Tobias. They create 3 models based on private settlement assets and marketplaces, such as Ripple's. XRP, on the other hand, is a public solution. The potentially fast and extensive network might be administered by a regulated commercial business. The agenda is known to Jerome Powell. Adoption of a worldwide stable coin, potentially a global currency, governed only by the motivations of a private enterprise. A private corporation deserves and will receive the highest level of regulatory demands and will receive the highest level of regulatory expectations. Expectations offer significant advantages, such as final thoughts, addressing the coordination challenges associated with centralizing participation and liquidity provision, delivering transparent and trustworthy governance, operational stability, and full compliance with financial integrity criteria. I can't stress how crucial this is. If you want to rewind it, wait till this all plays out. Play that section again. This is from the IMF, since it is so crucial. This was taken in March. In and out of the UN, you can't make this stuff up, and they'll never cover it on the people are too bored to watch films like these and listen and understand what's going on, and that's why. That is why it is 1% with that. Having stated that, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate every one of you. We'll be back with another video soon. Outro began developing Ripples on the premise that crypto liquidity would one day be able to provide strong global payments. Huge payments OrpleNet were created for customers to appreciate the benefits of our fiber-based network. Once the market was mature enough, flip the switch to ODL, and this is exactly what's happening. Click the switch. I guess what we're building. You can tell it's addressing a genuine issue. And I believe that all of the tokens are my advice. If actual utility and real value are being supplied to a real consumer, everyone would understand the usefulness. The token will be valuable.